All right. Thank you, Cleve. I got to tell you something. I've been off for a little bit of time here, and it's just great to be back on the air with you folks. A lot of stuff happening in the market right now, and I want to get right down to business on why is this such an amazing time to either look at becoming a landlord or to purchase a home, because a lot of folks are really feeling like, man, I'm telling you, it's just not a good time to buy. Interest rates are way up. Housing prices are continuing to rise. But let me tell you why. If you even listen to the news, and they never tell you any good news, but I was out in Las Vegas at a big convention last week, and I'm going to tell you something. The news is all over about, listen, now is the time to buy. So let's look at why, and let's look at the challenges. So we know the challenges. Let's just address the elephant in the room. Interest rates are up, okay, and housing prices are up. So here's the deal. Don't concern yourself about interest rates provided you still qualify. Here's why. We're all going to refinance. I mean, I just closed on 2 houses on my own recently. I'm going to refinance them as soon as the rates drop back down. But don't get hasty, and I'm going to tell you why. Here's the thing. You're going to keep seeing the housing prices go up. They're not going to go up at 20% like they did. They're going to go up a little bit more steadily, but they're going to continue to rise. That's what we want housing to do. Now, rates are going to go up. They're going to keep driving up, and they're probably going to continue to go up until about October or November. We'll see how the midterms turn out. And listen, for all you folks, we need to get the right people in Congress in the midterms. And this is not a political show, but I'm going to tell you something. The administration that's in there now go exactly the opposite of whatever they do. Whatever they do, just vote the opposite. So I'm going to tell you something. Stay with DeSantis. He's our pick. He's going to keep Florida going in the right direction. I really just hope that this Val Demings doesn't upset the apple cart, because we got a good thing going on right now, and we need to keep it going in that direction. Now, here's the thing. Housing prices are continue to rise, but they're not going to rise as fast. You're already seeing some of these builders who were getting a little exuberant in their prices starting to pull back. Lennar did a big article when they came out with their earnings that they're going to start pulling back on some of their price increases and might even lower some of their products. Why? Because they had a ton of people lined up to buy them, and now they don't have as many people, and they don't have as many people that qualify. Now, that sounds like a problem, and it is if you don't qualify. But if you do qualify, there's your opportunity. So you always want these little keys, these little things that chime in and go, there's the opportunity. Because wherever there's a challenge, there's an opportunity. And that's why the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Because the rich understand opportunities. And when you can look at this and go, you know what? I smell an opportunity in here, and I'm going to take advantage of that opportunity. Well, the opportunity is that as the houses pull back down, interest rates will continue to rise, but you'll start to experience that appreciation, and it'll go at a more steady pace. We don't want appreciation to be at 20%. We want appreciation to be at 5%, 4%. That's a solid appreciation. We don't get into trouble that way, and you'll still make a lot of money. Let me just put this in perspective. If you're getting a 3% down mortgage, let's say 3.5%, you're getting an FHA mortgage and you're putting 3.5% down, and that house only appreciates by 3% annual appreciation, that's an 86% return on your investment. An 86% return on your investment if the house only goes up by 3%. That's a no-brainer, you guys. We all want that. And if you turn that into a rental property at some point, your cash flow is being paid by somebody else. Your retirement is being fulfilled by somebody else. So it is a good time to buy. I'm out looking at property right now. I like certain areas of town that I think have not quite hit their pace yet, but will. So if you have any questions about that, you just let me know. You can reach me at 407-250-9144. That's 407-250-9144. I'm the Loan Arranger, Bruce Woodburn, CrossCountry Mortgage. Don't mistake me for any other CrossCountry Mortgage. I am the Loan Arranger. This is where you want to call when you need a mortgage. Don't just look up crosscountry.com. You're going to go to a corporate office somewhere in Cleveland. You want the local guy. You want somebody who's been in business for 33 years. The Loan Arranger is who you want. 407-250-9144, or go to my website at webringyouhome.com. Now, what are rates doing? They're continuing to go up. What are gas prices doing? Continuing to go up. The federal government says they're going to try to give us a relief on this. Don't believe it. It's going to be junk. It's just going to make it even worse, because then we're going to see the steady climb of inflation continue to erode the bond market, which is going to make interest rates higher even more. So we want this thing to start tapering off a little bit. So what's my forecast? So you listen to my program, you can believe it, or you cannot believe it. But I have predicted almost every turn in the market. And here's what you're going to see. You're going to see interest rates slowly start to continue to increase, probably till around October, maybe November. Then you're going to see some taper off, but you're going to get fooled, and you're going to want to refinance from your 5.5% rate down to a 4.5% rate. Hold steady. Hold on. It's going to get a little bit better sometime in the future. Now, some of you may say, well, then why don't I wait till then to buy? Because you're missing out on the prices today. You're going to refinance it. So what? It's going to cost you $5,000 to refinance it. And you can go to one of these stores like mine that'll say, oh, we'll pay all your closing costs for you. First of all, I'm not a big pay all your closing costs for you, because nobody, including my competitor that brags about that he paid $50 trillion in closing costs, he did not pay a dime. You paid it. You paid it by paying a higher interest rate. You don't want a higher rate. You want a lower. You want to keep your rate as low and in control as you possibly can. When it comes to a refinance, you don't need somebody else to pay your closing costs. You've got built-in equity that pays your closing costs for you. But just hold on. So those are my predictions. Continue to rise. Somewhere around October, November, you'll start to see a little bit of a dip. If we look at our charts on the bond market, we can see that that's happening. And it's right now, there's a trigger that says we're going to start to see a pullback now, but it's not. I know it's not going to happen. Why is it going to happen? Because inflation has not reached its peak yet. When inflation reaches its peak, and then we start to turn around the corner on the other direction, on the other side of the wall, we'll start to see a little bit better rates. I don't anticipate that they're going to get better anytime here in the next couple of months, though. But I still am buying property, and I'm buying property because I want the appreciation. I don't care if I make a few extra payments, or even a year worth of extra payments, or even 24 extra payments of a higher rate, as long as I have the appreciation. And if you are in an inflationary market like we're in right now, and inflation is driving the prices, your houses up, they're not going to go down. Even though the builders are saying they're reducing the prices, it's only because they got a little over exuberant, and people were starting to back out of their transactions. And now they had on the books that they were going to close X amount of, hundreds of homes, and now they're not going to close that many, and that doesn't make their stock prices look good. So they're going to get that in alignment so they don't lose as many clients. See, that's what greed does for you. And listen, I was here in the business in the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s. I watched the builders get fat and happy in 2004, 5, and 6, and then they just all dumped. And I'm going to tell you something. They get greedy like that. Be cautious of these builders, and your big ones are the worst ones. They don't care about you. They care about the product, and they care about the money. The product isn't even all that great on some of them, but they care about the money. And when they start to see the money go out the back door, then they're going to make corrections in it. If you're considering buying a home, call me. I'll tell you the great places to buy. I'll tell you which builders to go to. I'll tell you what type of loan to get. We're going to talk a little bit about adjustable rates in the next segment. But listen, Cleve and I have always been here to guide you in the right direction, and we don't want you to fall victim to some of these builders' antics out there, and I'm seeing them right and left right now. And you know what? They got greedy, just like they did in 2006, and it came back and kicked them right in the butt. So you don't want that to happen to you. You want to make sure that the investment you purchase and the builder or the real estate agent that you work with is the right real estate agent and the right builder. And there's just a lot of people that are out there, and they're just greedy. They're greedy. If you have questions, you can call me at 407-250-9144. I'm the loan arranger. I've been in the mortgage business for 33 and a half years. I've closed well over 10,000 transactions. You can check out my statistics. I'm one of the top producers, not only here in Central Florida, but in the nation. And I don't tell you that to brag. It's not me. It's my team. It's the people I surround myself with. It is the level of service that we've created to provide for you. We want our clients and our real estate agents and our builders to get the best possible service so that we can close smoothly and on time. Here's the thing. Let's just face it. Mortgages can be stressful. They really can. They're digging up old bones. You got to find old divorce decrees and child support separation agreements. You got to hunt down pay stubs and bank statements. Sometimes people just get stressed about that. Now, personally, we are in the business of trying to keep that stress level to a minimum. So we like to get our loans fully approved in advance so that when you go out to buy that property or refinance that home, you're all set to go. There's no stress. We don't want stress. Let's eliminate stress as much as we possibly can. Now, I'm the loan arranger. My job is to make sure that I take great care of you. If you have any questions when it comes to financing, what type of financing is right for you, you let me know. I'm getting a lot of calls on my Hometown Heroes program. The state of Florida came out with a new down payment assistance program. You can get up to $25,000 worth of down payment or use it toward your closing costs. It's a great program. I will be teaching a class on that on Wednesday, July the 20th from 6 to 7:30 at Miller's Ale House on Lee Road. Excuse me. Now listen, it's $20 a head to get in. It's $30 per couple. You must register at WeBringYouHome.com. That's WeBringYouHome.com. You're going to want to go to that if you're a real estate agent, and you're going to want to go to that class if you are a potential buyer that is interested in that. Now, who qualifies? Veterans and police, fire, educators, healthcare workers, as long as you're licensed in that field, even daycare workers, home health care, all of you, as long as you are certified and you can provide your certification that you are licensed and active in that industry, you may well qualify. So there's a lot of benefits to that. I mean, $25,000 will cover a lot of your down payment and your closing costs, and some folks don't need a penny other than what they're getting from Hometown Heroes. Now, I'm getting a lot of calls that says, hey, I'm not sure if it's really right for me. Well, you're smart. It's right for many people. So here's who it's right for. Hometown Heroes is a great program. If you hold on, we got to go to a break right now. We ran a little bit over in this. I'll be back and I'll talk about Hometown Heroes when we come back from the next break. Stay tuned.